Hello and welcome to Quick Charge. I'm Mikey G, and it's Saturday, October 22nd. The language used by Elon Musk about Tesla's full self-driving effort is changing, and it is muddying the timeline for the automaker to deliver the product. Back at Autonomy Day in 2019, Musk went heavy on promises for complete robo-taxis, which he believed would come during 1 year. During the next 3 years, Musk was still very confident, but slowed down the promises on the timeline. The CEO has already stopped talking about the biggest promises, such as having 1 million robo-taxis by the end of the year. Instead, he's been talking about a wider release of Tesla's full self-driving beta program, which is still far from the robo-taxi service. Now, during the conference call on the third quarter financial results, Musk is again being much more careful, saying, quote, "This quarter we expect to go wide release of full self-driving beta in North America. So anyone who has ordered a full self-driving package will have access to the full self-driving beta program this year, probably about a month from now." Now, after this, Musk was directly asked by an analyst when the next level of autonomy would be reached, and Musk's answer backed into a practicality of statistical error, asking how many 99.99999 percentage points you need before the system is considered finished. The CEO then added that Tesla plans to have a full self-driving update next year that will be used to, quote, "show to regulators that the car is safer than the average human." Tesla's infrastructure is growing at a new record pace, with more stores and service centers being added in the last quarter than ever before. Last quarter, Tesla added 41 retail and service locations. It's actually quite significantly more than the 18 to 25 that they had done in the quarters since. While this is a new record number of locations open in a quarter, it's still only growing at 16% year over year, compared to 42% growth for Tesla's delivering in the same period. To be fair, the locations of service centers don't really need to equal what has been delivered, as that could be seen as a bad sign. However, there are still indications that Tesla is behind. Musk had previously said that service needs to be a focus for the automaker, going so far as to call for huge restructuring to provide what he called the best service possible. Tesla has added 2 new paint colors, Quicksilver and Midnight Cherry Red, to their Giga Berlin paint lines. The new colors are available right now, but only for European and Middle Eastern customers. These replace the silver metallic color, which was mostly gray, and the red multi-coat paint color, but that's only for the long-range and performance Model Ys. Other models and the base rear-wheel drive Model Y still keep the old color lineup. Tesla has opened their planned supercharger voting site, allowing the public to cast votes for upcoming locations. You can now go on to vote on the 183 suggestions which have made the cut. These locations seem to be pretty much covering regions that Tesla already has available in North America, Europe, Asia, and Oceania. In order to vote, you need to head to Tesla's supercharger voting site, log into your Tesla account, and then look at the list and click on your top 5 suggestions. Tesla gave an update on the progress of ramping up the 4680 battery cell production. Sounds like they're making progress, but the automaker also appears to be reducing dependence on this new cell. At their Battery Day event 2 years ago, Tesla unveiled the 4680 cell and made a big deal about how this format would revolutionize the industry, cutting costs by almost 50%. During the recent third quarter report, it was said that the total number of 4680 cells being produced increased 3-fold sequentially in the third quarter. Now, this sounds quite encouraging, but it would be far more useful if we actually knew how many they delivered in the second quarter. Still, we have to solve for X. We do have a clue, though. Tesla CEO Zach Kirkhorn said, quote, "Production is tracking to exceed 1,000 car cells per week this quarter." So we can kind of gather from that for 60 kilowatt hours per car, it would mean that 60 megawatt hours of weekly production is in the works for the 4680 cell. That would be 3 gigawatt hours on an annualized basis. On another note, it has been brought to light that Tesla will not be using this new cell format in the Tesla Semi, which itself eats up a lot of battery supply. Musk said that the Cybertruck would not be affected by the ramp-up of the new cell format, so that could be an indication that they plan on sticking with the old format for the pickup, at least for the time being. Or maybe there's some other 4680 production on the horizon, and other factors are delaying the Cybertruck. Nearly 1 year after first teasing their plans for a Sierra EV, GMC has finally officially unveiled the all-electric pickup, and they even opened reservations. The first one available is the Denali Edition 1 trim level. The truck will feature crab mode steering, a 5-foot 11-inch bed with expansions available, 9,500 pounds of towing capacity, and of course, off-road capabilities. GM is not sharing the Edition 1 EV's battery size at this time, but we're told it is the top tier that will feature the largest pack of 24 modules. That will deliver an estimated 400 miles of range, although, while towing, it's anyone's guess. Like the Hummer EV sibling, the Sierra Denali EV is going to be a heavy beast with a massive infotainment display in the center of the dash. It'll also include a dial in the lower quarter of the screen. With bidirectional charging capabilities, this Sierra will come equipped with the capability to charge other EVs and operate as a backup for a home power system. The starting price for this fully equipped monster is $107,000 plus the applicable taxes and fees. Although in time, GMC says that the lineup will start around $50,000. In today's community comment found on YouTube, Rick Levesque says, "How can the world's most eco-friendly car maker not offer a model in green?" That's a really good question, Rick. I think a long time ago the Model S came in like a dark forest green, or maybe I just saw one that was being wrapped. I know that Tesla is definitely trying to expand their options, but just in Berlin for the time being. My hope is that they expand quite a bit because, as has been pointed out, color is a good way to expand profits. Okay, it is opinion time. Today I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent because there's something that I noticed while perusing the Tesla charger voting site. Oddly enough, there are only 2 locations up for vote in Hong Kong, and in the huge market of mainland China, Tesla has 0 options to vote on. I suppose they don't even pretend to encourage voting over there. Taiwan, of course, is still a practicing democracy. Now, watching Tesla engage with the Chinese market and with the Chinese Communist Party is quite intriguing to watch unfold over time. Elon himself has been quite outspoken for his principles of free speech, going so far as to engage in buying an entire social media platform to make that point. However, he self-centers when discussing the affairs of China. Monetarily, I think it is wise to do so for the financial well-being of the company and the many Chinese employees. However, iron sharpens iron, and the longer this relationship goes on, the more it will compromise both Elon and the Chinese that Tesla serves. For a very long time, it has been the U.S. policy to open economic doors that will lead to reform in China. Well, it certainly has not happened the way that we thought it would quite yet. I still admire Tesla for holding out as long as they have. Many other Western companies before have lost their shirt when entering the Chinese market, but none of them captured the prestige and admiration of the Chinese market the way that Tesla has. Tesla has been overtly copied in China, yet sales are still going well. In the long run, I think Tesla will eventually lose out to the Chinese copies, at least in the Chinese market, and the Shanghai factory will be primarily made just for exports. My hope is that another Western company treads on the path that Tesla has made, at least in a social, economic standpoint, and that makes it just a little bit further in terms of public admiration and free market Western principles. But that might not come in my lifetime. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.